Hello everyone, welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. So today you're gonna think I'm all sick. I'm doing one mold today. One mold and one finish. This was yesterday's. It's ready to be finished, so I'm gonna do that later today. Let me move that out of the way. So I just wanted to remind you about that one. One mold today, guys. This is a new mold in the store. I have a lot going on behind the scenes, so I don't have time to fill my table because I could fill the table today, but I can't do it today. This is like a memorial plaque, kind of, with angel wings. There's angel wings and a cross in there. Angel wings going down the two sides. We've got some flowers here at the bottom. And on the plaque, it says, "Always on my mind, forever in my heart." So you could use this for a memorial for your loved one, for your pet, for whatever you want. So I couldn't decide how I wanted to do it. So I pulled out, this is the original set of chrome powders. And actually every color that I wanted to use was in the original set today. So I didn't pull out I did pull out the new one, but I wanted all those. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm just going to start. I'm going to paint on my micas. This is the gold from the original set. I'm going to paint the cross in gold. So I'm just going to start. Paint the flowers in pink and red and green. I'm going to try to get some angel wings dusted with a little bit of the holographic silver. And then I'm going to go over the whole entire thing when I'm finished with everything else with an Aurora mica. Which one is this? Oh, it's called Aurora. Mateo Aurora. So I'm going to give it a little shimmer shine. It's a matte mold, but we can always shimmer that up if you don't want it matte. It is like a rock. Let's see, how do I do this one here? So I'm just going to basically paint it on and fill it. I don't know what color I'm going to fill it with. You don't have to do any specific color for chrome powders because they will be this color no matter what we fill it with. So I possibly, if I don't want to fill it with black, if I fill it with black, then I'm going to lose that Aurora color that I'm looking for. So I think I will fill it with white because I don't want it to turn like blue, purple, and whatever when you put that effect, because the Aurora one from Mateo is a chameleon powder and it will turn deep colors if we fill it with a deeper color, and I don't want that to happen today. So let's just get it all painted up. I'm going to use, I think I got it all. Oh, missed that spot. I just want to make sure I get all the sides. It's time to change this, but I packed my other ones. Of course I did. So we have a lot going on today. I know you are watching this after we already moved, but you guys are 3 weeks behind my real life. The move is getting a lot closer. We're about a week and a half away, and I just have a lot going on to try to get everything packed up today. So I just wanted to come in and do one, trying to keep you guys away from a whole bunch of throwbacks. That's my goal. But closer to the move, we might get a few throwback videos thrown in there. Just clean it off with some cotton swabs. Oops. And then sometimes that happens. You got to go back in and retouch up what you just did. And then I'm going to go into the flower petals. We'll do this last. Let me try and see what I got here. We'll do the green first, and this one is just called green. Into the petals. Now, this is the first time I'm doing this mold. It's brand new to me, too. So I could possibly make some mistakes here. I hope I don't. It's pretty straightforward. But I don't know. So, yeah, Don wants to come into my resin room here today and start pulling down some of my cabinets that I packed up So that's why I'm like, just let me do one project, just one project today. I'll just be quick. So he's going to come in here and pull some cabinets down. We decided to take them with us since I don't have a buyer for the house quite yet. But if you know anybody looking for a cabin style home in a beautiful waterfront community, send them my way. You can even see the tour of our house on our other channel, Glitz Acres. If you haven't checked out that channel, it's always linked in the description box. I'm trying to see what's a leaf here. But that channel, we decided to dedicate that one to all the things going on here that people, because not everybody wants to see that stuff, so I didn't want to keep putting it on my resin channel. But that's where that's going to be. We also have an exciting guest flying in today. And they will be on the channel with me tomorrow. And that is going to be Bobby, Joe, and Jim. And her channel is Homestead Resin. If you haven't checked her out, let's help her get to 1,000 subscribers. She's still new. She's doing really well, though. She's getting a lot of traction very quickly, which is unheard of, really, on a new channel. So she's doing pretty good. So they are flying in today, this afternoon. And they wanted to help us pack, which I don't want people to have to work when they come here. I'm just going to clean up overspill here. So I don't know. We're going to do a video together. Of course we would. I think she's actually bringing a couple molds because most of mine have been packed up. I just have a few hanging around here for the next week or so. Enough to do that. All right, that's cleaned up. So what I'm going to do is go in at the tips of the petals with this pink. It's called holographic pink. Just the very tips of that. And then I'm going to go in with the red and do the rest. These are, well, one rose and two, I'm not sure what the other ones are, but I just want a little bit of pink in here before I go in with the red. Oh man, I got green on it. Let me get that off and start over with a different brush. I don't want green on my rose. I thought I cleaned it off. Get that dry. Let's do a tiny little brush. Not that they're not all tiny. A little bit of two-tone color here today. And a little down here. Do I want them all the same? Maybe I will do... I need a... Where's that gold? I'm going to put the gold in the center of those two flowers, just with one of these pointy cotton swabs, just so I can just get the center, just like that, before I paint the rest of it. Perfect. And it gives you like a perfect circle in the center of that flower. And then, do I want them pink? Or do I want them a different color? Oh, I missed one of the petals in pink right there. Let's do that one. Maybe I could do one pink and one red while I have my brush out in here. There's like one flower on each side of the rose. So that's what we'll do. Since we're doing pink and red in the center section, let's do pink and one red for those little flowers. All right, that is done. I'm gonna have to figure out how to do the wings. This one is red. It's very beautiful. This way, I don't have to paint it after the fact, and it will be embedded into the resin forever. This might be pretty. This might look like it's just ombre effect. That's what I'm going for. Whether or not I get it, I do not know. And then somehow I need to get all this excess powder out of here. I don't know how without having a lot of cleanup. That's good. But before I go cleaning anything up, I'm going to try to get the silver in. Oh, I almost forgot this petal down here. Okay, that's good. Let's clean that up real quick. I don't need the red. Before I, well, let me see. I think, I don't know. I'm going to take this holographic silver now before I blow everything out of there. Not quite sure how to, it's very flexible molds, very soft. And I think what I want to do is just kind of line those wings a little bit, the bottoms. I don't know how this is going to look. And this is quite a lot of wings. I don't know if this was the right decision or not. Just to give them a little something something other than that Mateo powder. Just the bottoms, just the tips. Because why wouldn't angels have silver wings? If you ask me. It should blend together once I... Just going to go like down the bottom and up the side of each one. You don't have to worry about holding this one because it's really a matte mold. You're not going to ruin the shine on it or anything without gloves on. So get yourself a little tiny brushes. These things were awesome. These were in Happy Mail, but I do have the link for you guys because they are cool. Although I'm probably always last to get anything because I don't ever look for things that I don't know that I need until I have them. I can't really tell. These is just going to be like a guess up here because they get smaller and smaller as you get to the top. Let's see. It's kind of... just want the slightest amount. I don't know, I could be messing these up here, but it'll be okay. No biggie. So I figured since I'm not like have my table full, I won't fast forward most of this because normally I would. I will just do the other side because this can get tedious. I think that's good. So we'll do a start to finish video today. For those of you who like long videos, and for those of you who don't, well, you can fast forward like you normally do. I think that's good. Now, let me see this side. This side goes all the way down to the bottom. So I think I will do the same thing and I'll just bring it back for the Mateo. Those are all done. Have you guys ordered your little sticky thingies? These things are awesome. There's a piece of glitter in here that I want to get out. And you can wash these down and use them over and over again. All right, I'm going to clean up the mica a little bit. And then I'm going to, just like the colored, I'm not going to blow this out at this point. I think I'm just going to go over it with the Mateo first and then tap it all out, because if the red and the green come out of the flowers after the Mateo is in, then it really, I don't think will matter. I hope it won't matter. I don't know. Now that I think about it, maybe I won't tap it out. Maybe I'm just going to brush it, pour it, and let it float to the back, because I don't really care about the back. Gotta think about that for a minute. This holds 21 ounces. I did measure it with alcohol. And people have been asking, the newer people have been asking, why are you using alcohol to measure your molds? And that is because I don't want water in it before I pour. You can measure it with water too. So what I did is I took a big 9x11 cake pan and laid this inside the cake pan. I filled it with alcohol. And then I dumped the alcohol into the cake pan. And then I poured the alcohol from the cake pan into the cup that I'm using, which is the large cup from Let's Resin, to see how much it took. And if you do that with water, see with these, you just I take alcohol because I don't have baby wipes. I don't use baby wipes. And then you clean it off, stick it back in your little case where it came from. Then it'll be sticky here in just a few more minutes. Oops, let me put that in the bottom. It comes with a whole bunch of them. So apparently, from what I hear, we don't really need to use many of them, but we got them if we need them. So what I'm going to do with the other color, I'm just going to go over this whole thing. Let me just take a napkin. I don't know if I got this color on the inside or if it's just the outside. Not that it matters, it's the back. But I can't tell. So I'm just going to quickly go around this edge on the inside. Okay. Get a big fluffy brush. And this is going to have like a beautiful sheen to it. It should look like this when I'm done. Filled with white, but don't fill it with black or anything unless you want a bright color on the final product. Can't remember. This one might be like a blue purple shift if it's filled with black. Yeah, I think I will tap all this out because I don't want, I'm going to do this on my table. I'm not going to use the pressure pot, I don't think. Well, maybe I will. Maybe I'll just, it'll be this evening by the time I'm done anyway, so I will put this in the pressure pot to cure. That way it will be bubble free. I'm just going to open it up. Paint everything. It's got a rounded back. That's why I didn't cut the whole entire back out like that other Simply Blessed plaque I make. That one I cut the whole back out, but this one has a nice rounded edge, so I just kept that rounded edge on the mold. Just make sure you get everywhere if you want it all to, if you're brushing it, put it that way. But again, it's the back of the mold, so not that big of a deal. Get you in here. I can't see everything, but definitely want to tap it out, or the excess powder will create bubbles for you because it can't penetrate those areas. I should have put gloves on. Now let's do the bottom. I think I got it all. So that's the color that we should get when I fill it with white. I'm just going to make sure I got it all. Which, like I said, the back doesn't make a difference. But since I'm doing it. Okay, I'm going to go and tap this all out over the garbage. It doesn't matter if you go over your flowers. It's not going to affect anything. You will still get your red and your golds and all that. Whatever colors you choose. I will tap this all out, get as much of it out as I can. I'm going to see if it fits in my pressure pot first, and then grab some resin. Glitz and glitter, lighting up the night. Painting dreams with a shimmer so 21 ounces. I didn't really want any extras today. So it is what it is if my alcohol was correct. So I'm just gonna scrape my sides and my bottom, make sure I have no unmixed in there. It doesn't look like I do. And we're gonna do some just plain white mica powder. This is crystal white. Actually, I could have just used the pre-made white resin if I was thinking, but I wasn't thinking clearly. Just gonna dissolve this and get it in there. Put a lot in there, I guess, because it's really clumpy still. And it did fit in the pressure pot, so that's cool. I almost feel guilty not filling up that pressure pot since I'm putting it under pressure, which is kind of stupid because it's not like I'm turning the oven on for like one cookie, you know? I don't know why my brain thinks weird. I'm just going to pour a little resin in there, stir it in, and then pour it back. And whatever it is, that will be fine. Again, you're not going to see it. It's just basically to keep that pearly color from what we did on the mold. Keep our colors the way we wanted them. Now the chrome powders really won't change. Like I said, just the chameleon powder would. Looking good. No need to put it in a vacuum chamber. We're just going to pour it in. Set the pressure at about 40 pounds, right around there. I'm going to take it out of the pressure pot in about 5 hours or later. It doesn't matter. That's the least amount I usually stick it in there for. Is about 5 hours. But this being kind of thick, I'm pouring it thicker than you normally should. I don't know about your brand. I just know Let's Resin brand will be fine. But don't take that word for your brand. I don't know whatever brand you're using. It may not be okay. It could flash cure because it's very thick. Now the only thing I need to make sure, I'm coating that cross, but it does go kind of back in there. I don't want a bubble. Yeah, there was a bubble in there. I just saw it come out. Just squeezed it out. I think I got it. So I'm just going to, I hope I don't have a bubble. If I do, it should be the back of the cross. Let me just use my little bubble wand to make sure. Where is it? Make sure I don't have nothing in there. I don't see anything coming out. There's one right there though. And just, well, I'll fill it. I probably should have kept that out. Yeah, I'm a little short. It probably could have done 22 or 23. So my alcohol trick, which is kind of like water, you should really add another ounce or so. Oh, it's fine. That'll be perfectly fine. Not really needed for the extra ounce. It will shrink a little bit, but it's okay. It's just the back. It's not a big deal. Pretty sure it'll still stand up. All right. That is that. Let me get all of that off. All right, that's it. I will get you the comments of the day. Be back in a sec. It's been 5 hours in the pressure pot, and I just checked on it to take it out and put it on the heat mat, but like I said, it is solid as a rock like I thought it was going to be. So let's get it out and see what we're working with. Oh, easy to come out. Super easy with the soft silicone. Oh, that is pretty. Look at that. The glimmer on it. Well, the one thing I do notice right off the bat is I don't see the silver on the wingtips. So I might do that with some gilding paint. My rose kind of, you could kind of see the pink on the tips, but if you look closely, it's not like, oh, look, it's a double color rose. No, it's not like that, but you could see the pink, you could see the red. Those are not bubbles. That's the way the mold is. It's a rock. So I gotta figure out. I'm hoping a pen will fit in there because I really don't want to put acrylic paint in there like that. But while I think about that, I wanted to start this for you because some people, and this stands up like this, so looks good. I like the shimmer. Everything came out great. I got 2 little things there, right there. But I think that's the way the original was, to be honest with you. Because the rest of it looks perfect. I don't know till I cast it next time. But it's not very prominent at all. So a lot of people bought this mold and don't know how to get the color in there. So I'm going to show you how I got the color in there. And then I will put you in a little bit of a fast forward because I'm just going to be basically painting the rest of this with metallic markers is what I usually do. I just wash it down with alcohol. So for this one, I chose the silver. This is just acrylic sterling silver paint. And I take my little squeegee here, need a paper towel and some alcohol. Now I don't wait long, but with the white it's really not that big of a deal. But if you have like a white cross and you're painting black or on it or something, I go very quickly because it can stain. So I do like 1 line at a time. I put it in and I take it off. And it stays inside. And if you wipe some off, like I just wiped a little bit of the second out. But I'm not too concerned about the white. So I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and pop the white in there. And that fills up those letters really nicely. Just don't rub really hard. And you won't be rubbing all that paint out. Of course, you want it to dry. Which it will dry. I don't wait for it to dry to continue on. Just like that. But typically, like I said, I typically put 1 line on and then take it off. But since this is white going over the purple, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I guess we're going to find out. But that's why I also like it cured, because if it's warm and soft, it will have more of a tendency to stain it because it's not fully cured. So you don't need to rub hard, just need to go over the surface. And there is your paint in all the letters. That came out pretty good. And if it gets somewhere you don't want, you just get a little cotton swab, like right here. Get it right out. Other than that, it came out perfect. Perfect, perfect. So I'm just going to take acrylic paint pens. You've seen me do it before in the past, but not everybody is always here with me every day. A lot of people's life have a life, and they do miss some things. So that's why I like to touch on some things once in a while. Plus, this will be here in 10, 20, who knows how many years. Grab an alcohol swab. And yeah, who knows, we'll be watching in the coming years. And just go over all of that, get that extra, well, it's really silver, but it looks white. Looks good. All right, I'm gonna trim up, I've already trimmed this. I'm gonna trim this one, sand it actually. I'll be thinking about what I'm gonna do with that while I'm finishing this one. So I am gonna put you in a little bit of fast forward, give you a little special song, and see you in a minute.
Michelle at Glitz and Glitter, late day in the studio, resin on the table, soft light on the road, purple cross in her hands, pink and blue paint runs slow, rhinestones catch the promise as her careful fingers glow. She says, Lord, I thank you for every set of eyes, for every heart that watches, and every prayer that flies. Michelle at Glitz and Glitter, shine on, Michelle at Glitz and Glitter. With your grace she goes on, purple cross, pink and blue, rhinestones in the light. Michelle at Glitz and Glitter, serving him tonight. Now the angel wing is waiting for the touch of one more hue. She writes those tender words there like a memory coming through. Always on my mind, forever in my heart, painted in the promise where the healing starts. She says, Lord, I thank you for the ones who stayed, for the view from heaven, in the gifts you made. Michelle at Glitz and Glitter, shine on, Michelle at Glitz and Glitter. With your grace she goes on, purple cross, pink and blue, rhinestones in the light. Michelle at Glitz and Glitter, serving him tonight. When the day gets heavy, she keeps her head bowed low, turning every broken thing into a holy glow. Michelle at Glitz and Glitter, shine on, Michelle at Glitz and Glitter. With your grace she goes on, purple cross, pink and blue, rhinestones in the light. Michelle at Glitz and Glitter, serving him tonight.
Okay, I am all done. I hope she likes her box. So I just did the same thing I do to every single one of them, just I change up the colors all the time. I put silver around this one, like her blue one, but everything came out beautiful. I did do the inside. I don't put stones on the inside in case you use it as a box. So for this one, I was putting the black paint in there, and of course it got into all the divots on the rock, so I just went with it and I just kind of kept it in this area to make that look aged. Then I took the silver gilding paint and just shined that area up so it looks like we have some clean wings on the rock. And I put a little gilding paint down there too. Other than that, I didn't do anything. So let me know what you think about the new mold. I did trim, resin restored everything, and that's it. Not too bad today. I hope you enjoyed the shorter video. All right, guys, I'm going to get you some pictures, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a blessed day. Bye.
Glitz and glitter paint her way. She lights up hearts come what may. With a brush of faith she starts. Jesus whispers through her art. Patience blooms in every hue. Her love for viewers shines so true. Shimmer sparkles in her eyes. A radiant soul under bright skies. Glitz and glitter, Michelle, a story. Her colors tell faith and love in every part. Jesus guides her shining heart. Canvas dreams and sparkly streams. Her laughter flows like sunlit beams. With each stroke her spirit sings, a masterpiece of